tough times never last, tough people always do, right? Like I tell myself that all the time when I'm going through a tough time. I'll constantly sit down and say, hey Josh, tough times never last, tough people always do. And I still use them to this day, but that's words of affirmations, right? So we all know we need to set our goals, we need to find our way, we need to peel back the onion, we need to really lay it out step by step and go and build that faith, right? You got to build that faith. But words of affirmations for me, there's days that I get up and I can look at my board and I'm like, oh, okay, but I don't go after it with a vengeance, you know what I mean? Or maybe something happens to where, you know, this funnel's not working so good and I lose some money over here. And so you kind of feel like, you know, the ups and downs in life. And I feel like words of affirmation, things like tough times never last, tough people always do, right? Like I tell myself that all the time when I'm going through a tough time. I'll constantly sit down and say, hey Josh, tough times never last, tough people always do. Get your motherfucking ass up and go get it, right? And so I think words of affirmations, and I think you guys, I don't want to give you your affirmations. I think that they're developed when you really sit down and really dig deep within yourself. I think they're developed out of your goals. They're developed out of who you are, your character, and what you want in your life, right? But words of affirmations are huge, right? They're like one of the biggest things. Even just telling yourself, wake up. Like I know when I first started this, dude, I used to sleep till like noon. I was fat, 400 pounds, like really bad, like out of it, right? And I used to tell myself, get up. 6 o'clock alarm clock would go off and I would be like, fuck that, I'm going back to sleep. I fucking ate too many potato chips last night. And I used to just, the affirmation of get up, get up, get up would just get me out of bed. You know what I mean? So creating just the smallest affirmations or maybe the largest affirmations to keep you going. There's times I get tired in the afternoon, right? So these affirmations, I think you need to develop yourself 10, 15 different affirmations that you're telling yourself. And I know the biggest one, and you guys, I actually have a plaque. I've been saying this shit so goddamn long in my life. I don't know, 4 or 5 Christmases ago, my sister made me a plaque that says, tough times never last, tough people always do, because that's how long I've been saying it in my life. So once you have an affirmation too, it'll last you a lifetime, right? It'll last you a lifetime. And I'm one of those guys that, like I said, I used to self-destruct, so I used to get depressed. I used to get down on myself. I used to put myself into positions to where, it would be weeks. I'd be in that mindset. And now with these affirmations, I'm able to pivot. I'm able to move and get out of it super quick, which allows me to do what? Focus back on my goals again and go after it, so I'm not wasting time anymore. So everything happens at such a fast pace now, right? Like we've only had this office, this one here, like 6 months now, I believe, but we've done more in the last 6 months because of how fast we're able to pivot and move and whether things are working good or not. We're able to do that in the last 6 months. We've done more in 6 months than I've done in probably the last 3 years of my life. And so it's being able to pivot when bad things come along, when things happen, and affirmations help you pivot, right? They help you get out of the tough mindset and let you know that as long as you're tough, you're going to get through it. You're going to make it happen. You're going to own the pin. You're going to control it. You're going to make that money, right?